Welcome to the Killer Innovation Show, the longest continuously produced podcast in history. Each week, Phil McKinney brings you the insights and strategies to amplify your creativity and innovation skills. Here's your host, Phil McKinney.
Welcome to another episode of Killer Innovations, the podcast where we explore groundbreaking ideas shaping our world. Before we jump in, though, I want to apologize for my voice. If you've listened to the episode since I've been back online here, maybe 5 or 6 episodes ago, I explained to you that I had my vocal cords were slightly damaged as a result of my open heart surgery. Today's episode is going to sound a little hoarse and a little raspy, and I'm going to apologize up front, but I do appreciate you being here. Today, we're going to dive into benevolent innovations, what some may call social innovation. These are inventions with a heart, where the line between profit and purpose is blurred. And the ultimate aim is not just financial growth, but societal well-being. In today's fast-paced world, the importance of innovations that serve both customers and society cannot be overstated. From digital platforms that provide accessible mental health support to assistive devices that enhance the quality of life for the elderly, benevolent innovations are the future. They are the perfect blend of ingenuity and empathy, tackling pressing issues while opening up exciting avenues of progress. However, creating and launching these innovations is filled with all kinds of challenges of financial and market and regulatory. But as we always say, every challenge presents an opportunity. So let's jump into talking about how we're going to unravel this complex world of benevolent innovations. We're going to explore the solutions to these challenges. We're going to discuss future perspectives, and we're going to learn how each of us can contribute to this cause. So whether you're an entrepreneur, an investor, a consumer, or a concerned citizen, this episode has something for you. But before we jump into this week's show, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and follow us on social media. And while you're at it, share the show with a colleague, a boss, a friend. I would greatly appreciate it. So let's jump in to this week's episode. Imagine a tree that grows in the heart of your community. It's not simply content to grow and reach for the sky on its own. Instead, it shares its bounty with the community around it. Its fruits provide nourishment, its shade offers comfort, and its roots stabilize the soil. The tree is an apt metaphor for what I'm calling benevolent innovations. Some may call it social innovations. Benevolent innovations are guided by the philosophy of doing good, aiming to enhance the quality of life, mitigate societal issues, and preserve our planet. The importance of benevolent innovations lies in their potential for large-scale, positive impact. They can address pressing challenges such as the climate change, poverty, health disparities, contributing to a more equitable and sustainable world. Further, they inspire a shift in innovation thinking, emphasizing society's well-being over mere profitability. In contrast to benevolent innovations, innovations created primarily for profit or efficiency may not always prioritize societal or environmental well-being. While they can contribute positive to economic growth and consumer conveniences, they may also inadvertently lead to negative consequences, such as resource depletion, environmental degradation, or the widening of social inequalities, if not managed responsibly. Therefore, a balance of both profit-driven and benevolent innovation is key to sustainable progress. So what do I mean by benevolent innovations? Let me give you some examples. First up, the solar stove. The solar stove was the brainchild of Lauren Symington, who was inspired to create a clean and affordable cooking solution for communities in developing regions where Traditional cooking methods involved hazardous open fires or inefficient stoves. This was designed to harness the power of the sun. The solar stove operates completely emission-free. It reduces the reliance on fossil fuels, offering a sustainable cooking solution that benefits both the environment and human health. Second example, the Life Straw. Life Straw is a portable water filter designed by Vestergaard Fransen, a Swiss-based company. The innovation was born from the need to provide a practical solution to the global water crisis, particularly in regions with scarce access to clean drinking water. The Life Straw removes bacteria and parasites, providing a safe drinking solution for individuals in need and significantly reducing the incidences of waterborne illnesses. Third example, the Gravity Light. The Gravity Light was conceptualized by designers Martin Ridford and Jim Reeves, who sought to provide a safer, more affordable alternative to kerosene lamps often used in homes without electricity. The Gravity Light generates power from a lift of a weight, creating a safe, renewable source of light that has a positive impact on disadvantaged communities by reducing their dependency on hazardous or costly kerosene lamps. And number 4, the See and Spray. See and Spray technology was created by a precision agricultural company, Blue River Technology, aiming to minimize the negative environmental impact of farming. Rather than spraying an entire field with pesticides, See and Spray uses machine learning to identify and spray only the weeds, reducing the amount of chemicals used by over 80%. This innovation advances sustainable farming practices, contributing to environmental preservation and human health. Now, I want to talk about the importance of leadership styles within organizations. Leadership styles play a crucial role in fostering an environment conducive to developing benevolent innovations. Leaders set the vision, they cultivate the culture, and they provide the strategic direction for innovation to thrive. And different innovation styles can significantly influence this process. Transformational leadership, for instance, is characterized by vision, by inspiration, by challenge. These individuals can inspire their teams to transcend their self-interest for the greater good, fostering a culture that values benevolence. They can create a compelling vision of a better world, motivating their team to develop innovations that contribute to societal well-being. On the other hand, servant leaders prioritize the needs of others, focusing on the growth and well-being of their team and the community they serve. Such a leadership style is inherently aligned with the philosophy of benevolent innovation. Servant leaders can foster caring and empathetic cultures, encouraging innovations that address societal changes. And finally, democratic leaders, encouraging participation and consensus among the team members, can ensure that the innovation process considers a diverse perspective. This can lead to more inclusive and equitable innovations, addressing the needs of underserved or marginalized communities. Now, achieving harmony inside of any organization involves that balance between profit and benevolent innovations. You need harmony to have sustainable progress. This balance is key because businesses need to ensure their financial viability while also addressing the social and environmental challenges the world faces. Profit-driven innovations aim to create products or services that customers will pay for, leading to revenue generation and economic growth. However, businesses may neglect their social and environmental responsibilities if they focus solely on profit-driven innovations. This could lead unsustainable practices in the long run, damaging the environment, exacerbating social inequalities, or exploiting vulnerable communities. On the other hand, Benevolent innovations face challenges such as financial constraints and market acceptance and regulatory hurdles. Businesses that focus only on benevolent innovation risk compromising their financial sustainability. The balance between profit driven and benevolent innovations is not just about surviving, but thriving. Businesses should see profit and benevolence not as opposing forces, but as complementary elements that can fuel each other. Profit innovations can fund R&D for benevolent innovations, while benevolent innovations can enhance a business's social reputation, creating loyal customer base, and opening up new market opportunities. To maintain this balance, businesses should adopt a shared value approach, creating economic value in a way that creates value for society. Considering societal changes in your innovation processes, they can integrate benevolence into their business strategy, and businesses can collaborate with stakeholders from various sectors, such as governments and nonprofits and academia, maximizing the social impact of their innovations while minimizing potential negative consequences. In sum, balancing profit-driven and benevolent innovations is key to sustainable progress, and by embracing this balance, businesses can ensure financial viability and the ability to contribute to the societal well-being. Let's talk more about the challenges and the solutions. The journey to creating and launching benevolent innovations is not always smooth, and in fact, it is very hard. First up is financial constraints. Benevolent innovations often require sustainable and substantial upfront investment in research and development, yet their return on investment can be uncertain or not there at all. This financial strain can dissuade many organizations from pursuing these innovations. Second is market acceptance. While the idea of benevolent innovations is appealing, they may not necessarily align with the immediate needs or expectations of the market. For instance, a product designed to preserve the environment may come at a higher cost than its conventional counterparts, making it less attractive for cost-conscious consumers. What about regulatory hurdles? Innovations, particularly those in health and environmental sectors, often require rigorous testing and approval from regulatory bodies. Navigating these processes can be time-intensive and complicated, potentially delaying or totally killing any future innovation. To cope with these challenges, organizations need robust strategies. Some of these would include crowdfunding and grants. The financial constraints can be alleviated through some crowdfunding. There's also government grant programs, innovation funding. These can help to mobilize resources for benevolent innovations, particularly those of small organizations. Also, another strategy is test markets. Organizations need to assess the market acceptance of their innovations before launching them across the globe. Test markets can gauge consumer sentiment before full-scale release. And then what about regulatory? Well, organizations can partner with regulatory bodies to reduce the burden of compliance. This way, innovators can leverage existing processes and standards, streamlining the approval process. So let's think about the future. The whole purpose of us talking about benevolent innovation is about creating innovations in the future. Well, we need to think about the future. But moving forward, benevolent innovation is expected to diversify and expand what's going to have the impact on society, the need for technology advancements, but also to address the societal needs. Now, there might be some new things coming in the future to think about with regards to benevolent innovation, and some of these may not be apparent at first glance. First up, there will be a growing need for innovations catering to individuals mental health and wellness. The modern world, laden with all the stress and rapid change, and COVID, has seen a rising incidence of mental health issues. Benevolent innovations in this domain could include digital platforms that provide accessible, affordable, and stigma-free mental health support. And these innovations could also incorporate AI and machine learning to offer personalized therapeutic solutions. Other opportunities in the future: the aging population. The aging population will necessitate innovations focused on enhancing the quality of life for the elderly. This could include assistive devices that foster independence and digital platforms that combat loneliness, or health monitoring technologies that provide real-time insights into their well-being. Considering this demographic's potential technological literacy gap, these innovations must be intuitive and easy to use. Another is look, there's a latent need for innovations that promote inclusivity and equity in digital spaces. As more aspects of our lives move online, ensuring that these spaces are accessible to all, irrespective of socioeconomic status, ability, or location, becomes critical. Benevolent innovations could look at providing affordable internet solutions, developing user-friendly interfaces for different abled individuals, or creating digital literacy programs for marginalized communities. And then let's not overlook in the future with benevolent innovations about protecting privacy. It's an increasing connected world. It's less obvious yet vital area for benevolent innovation. Innovations could include secure communication tools and data anonymization techniques and digital literacy initiatives that educate the public about online safety. And we've been talking about, but let's talk a little bit more about climate change. It remains a pressing issue, and there will be a need for innovations that encourage sustainable lifestyles without compromising conveniences and affordability. This could be as simple as creating mobile apps that educate consumers on sustainable choices, or as complex as developing affordable renewable energy solutions for households. Let's wrap all this up. So, what are the next steps? As we stand on the precipice of incredible technological advancements, the importance of benevolent innovation cannot be overstated. Whether you're an entrepreneur, an investor, a consumer, or simply a concerned citizen, there are many ways to contribute to this cause. In our unique capacities, each of us can help shape a future where innovation serves both economic growth, societal well-being, and environmental sustainability. So let's take this step towards a more sustainable world. Your support and involvement can make a difference. Get involved today. Let's create a better tomorrow. As we wrap up today's show, I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to all of you for your time and engagement. Your unwavering support allows us to bring groundbreaking ideas to the forefront, and we cannot express our appreciation enough. I hope today's show sparked your curiosity. I would encourage you to keep exploring, questioning, and innovating around how to improve the challenges of society. How do we make society better? And remember, each one of us, in our unique capacities, can contribute to making the world a better place. Be it as an entrepreneur creating that next big idea, an investor supporting impactful ideas, a consumer choosing consciously, or simply a citizen spreading awareness. Your role is critical. That said, we need your help in expanding our reach and impact. If you found this episode valuable, please consider sharing it with a friend, a colleague, or a loved one. Recommend Killer Innovations to anyone who would appreciate an insightful, deep dive into innovation and its impact on our lives. And while you're at it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already to stay up on our latest episodes. Also, we would love to hear your thoughts, suggestions, and learnings from today's episode. So leave us a review or contact us at killerinnovations.com. By the way, are you getting the free weekly newsletter? If not, hop over to my blog at philmckinney.com and click on membership. From all of us here at Killer Innovations, thank you again for tuning in. Together, we can and will create a better tomorrow. So stay tuned, keep listening, and keep innovating until the next time. Bye-bye.
Podcasting nonstop since 2005, this has been the Killer Innovation Show on the Innovators Network.